Ever since Battlefield 6 open beta has started, I was left looking for a weapon which performs very well in most situations. I believe that the classic Battlefield weapon M4A1 performs well in all situations, and it is in fact probably the best weapon in the game. In this video today, I will break this weapon down part by part and explain to you why I believe that M4A1 is in fact the best weapon in Battlefield 6 open beta. If you guys are planning to play Battlefield 6 and you want to have more weapon guides like this, consider hitting like and subscription, and thank you so much. Without wasting your time much further, here is the build directly on the screen: 71 hipfire, 32 precision, 47 control and 61 mobility. I emphasized here for a mobility slash hipfire build for all these CQC maps that Battlefield 6 developers keep giving us. M4A1 by default has pretty bad precision at 30 something-ish, and you cannot really increase it that much. But the way you mitigate bad precision is just by burst firing the M4A1. I found that it performs well even on long ranges, so long as you're playing it a little bit more like it's BF3 and BF4 on those distances. On CQC, however, you can just let it rip on full auto and you will absolutely melt people. The absolute biggest strengths of the M4A1 are its incredible 900 rounds per minute rate of fire and very incredible reload at only 2 seconds. Now let's break down the parts I'm using on this build. Starting with the muzzle attachment, compensated brake reduces recoil and improves remaining recoil. This is, in my opinion, the strongest muzzle attachment in the game. It basically has no drawbacks and reduces a ton of recoil. I would recommend that you use this muzzle attachment even on every other weapon that has access to it. It's absolutely incredible, and it really improves the recoil of M4A1. It will still have some recoil, especially on the first shot, but if you can mitigate that, this gun is an absolute laser beam. Then we have the 11.5 Commando barrel. This is a short barrel that is intended for CQC combat. It improves hipfire accuracy and aiming speed. This barrel is basically the bread and butter of this build. Once you unlock the 11.5 Commando barrel, you're basically ready to go fry people with the M4A1. The other attachments are not so relevant as it is with this barrel. Then we have the ripped vertical foregrip. Unfortunately, all foregrips currently in Battlefield 6 do reduce your aim accuracy when moving, so you're gonna have to make a choice here. Do you want to run this foregrip and have less recoil but have a less accurate weapon, or do you want to have a more accurate weapon and have more recoil? This is up to you. For me personally, this ripped vertical foregrip has really worked well. I fitted my M4A1 with a 30 round magazine. This is basically the stock magazine size you will get with the weapon. I tried to play a little bit with a 40 round mag, but I feel like because of the very fast time to kill and time to death in Battlefield 6, I didn't feel the need to have a large magazine size. Generally, by the time the third guy is charging me, I'm already dead, no matter how much bullets I have in my mag. So I went with this one. We did mention earlier that M4A1 does have super fast reload speed at only 2 seconds, so there is a chance that you might even have a chance to reload your M4A1 before the third guy is charging you. Then we have soft point bullets, which increase your headshot damage. This is just standard meta bullets. The other bullets are basically non-existent. We have the standard ammunition and we have the other bullet type, tungsten core, which just increases penetration. I don't even know what it does, or is it even useful. I know that having bullets that increase your headshot damage is the meta, so I'm running that. The other attachments are just not very good in this category. Our last two attachments are a green laser sight, which improves our hipfire accuracy. Given that this is mostly a hipfire build, we need this laser sight. You will have to deal with the negative of being visible to the enemies, but in my experience, I don't see this laser as often as I saw it in older Battlefield games, which had the same drawbacks. And then we have the improved mag catch. We basically just had 5 weight left on our gun for free, so I put this on. It improves our reload speed even further, enhancing the super fast reload speed of M4A1. This sums up our build to compensated brake, 11.5 Commando barrel, ripped vertical, turnaround mag, soft point bullets, green laser sight, and finally improved mag catcher. Unfortunately, in this game, I cannot give you a code you can just copy and use this gun, so you will have to manually put parts in if you want to try this build after you watch this video. So just pause this video, take a screenshot, and then just adjust the parts. In my opinion, the M4A1 is the best weapon in Battlefield 6 because of its versatility. Assuming you are playing the open weapons playlist, you can equip the M4A1 on every class in the game. So you can play medic, engineer, recon, or assault, and you will do well on everyone with this weapon. In order for us to truly understand how little M4A1 is in CQC, we have to bring back the weapon stats. So we do 25 damage per hit at 900 rounds per minute. With some simple math, you can see that our time to kill in CQC is 0.27 seconds, unreactable for basically any human. And with Battlefield 6 extremely punishing time to death, you will be one-framing people left and right. In my experience playing this weapon, I am only losing to shotguns on CQC because shotgun is absolutely bonkers in this game. Every other weapon, I'm outgunning absolutely no problem. Yes, even the SMGs, MPX and MP7. You know, it's kind of funny. I find that MPX and MP7 actually outperform M4A1 on mid-range, but they do worse than the M4A1 in CQC. Why? Because M4A1 does 25 damage per hit in CQC. And since we have our soft point bullets, if you go for some headshots and you mix them in with a big spray from hipfire, people are just gonna be erased from this planet. This is how your CQC combats are gonna feel. Then we have the overall mobility of the weapon, which feels excellent. At 61, you're gonna be zooming around the map. Honestly, I'm gonna have to admit here, I felt with my movement speed with this weapon and how fast I was going around corners, I felt like I was in a Call of Duty match. Actually, no cap. There is a version of this build you can run on Recon if you like playing Recon. Basically just replace the compensated brake muzzle attachment for any suppressor of your choice. This will keep you hidden off the minimap, so you can put a beacon somewhere in the enemy headquarters, go around corners and one-frame people with the M4A1. Do keep in mind though that your recoil will increase when you put that suppressor on. I already tried this build, it is a very fun build, but I would only recommend this if you're playing Recon. If you mix it in with Recon's UAV and his tugs, you can also just camp buildings with this thing and act as a shotgun in CQB. Somebody picks their head, you blow his head off. Somebody runs into the building, they will feel like they died to a shotgun, how fast you're killing them with Recon. Then you also have C4, so if you have to reload, don't even bother reloading this thing. If you're getting charged by one full squad, let's say you kill 2 or 3 people with your turnaround magazine, just throw some C4 down and blow up the medic who's reviving them all. This weapon is just applicable in every map and every situation in Battlefield 6 open beta currently with the maps we have available here. With the new map, Empire State being in the game, this is usually the flag I'm playing on, this middle point here on Charlie. M4A1 is absolutely disgusting on this middle point here. It's the exact environment that we built our M4A1 for, close range and mid-range, and it absolutely melts people. You might be wondering why I wasn't mentioning any sights. It's because I believe that sights are personal preference. I was switching between the Russian green sight and the holographic, but I believe that holographic is something for me, because holographic actually has a red reticle when you compare it to the green reticle of the Russian scope. I find myself losing the Russian green scope more often on enemies models than I was with the holographic. So you're gonna have to really just make a pick here what you like if you're gonna play with the 1x scopes. You can of course slam an ACOG or some of the more higher magnification scope if you so like. Because this is a hipfire build, you will be mostly hipfiring in CQC, so you can kind of make it work a bit better on mid-range with some of those scopes. Do keep in mind though, however, that the precision of the weapon isn't the greatest, so tap firing and burst firing, as I mentioned earlier, will be required. And that basically sums up the video, guys. If you enjoyed watching this video and you want to see more guides, then please leave a like and a comment and subscribe for future content. Have a great day. Bye bye.